Have you ever noticed that your phone stylus doesn't always work the way you expect it to? Well, if you're using the Galaxy S25 Ultra, especially with a magnetic case, you might have run into this issue. Samsung recently launched its clear magnet case for the Galaxy S25 series, which includes the Galaxy S25, Galaxy S25 Plus, and the Galaxy S25 Ultra. This case adds Qi 2 compatibility, so it works seamlessly with Qi 2 accessories. But there's a catch. If you're a Galaxy S25 Ultra user, you may want to think twice before using magnetic cases. Why, you ask? Well, magnetic cases seem to be interfering with the functionality of the S Pen, particularly on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. Here's what happened when some users tried it out. People over at Android Central tested the Galaxy S25 Ultra with a magnetic case by Fiberboard. When they did, a notification popped up on the screen, warning them about the potential interference. It read, "Magnetic accessories can interfere with your S Pen. The magnets and accessories can interfere with the signals your S Pen sends to your phone. They may cause your S Pen to not write correctly or cause error commands to occur unintentionally." This issue wasn't something Samsung owners were expecting, especially since the S25 Ultra is the latest flagship. However, it seems magnetic accessories and the S Pen are simply not a good match. Interestingly, when the Android Central team switched to using Samsung's own silicone case along with a MagSafe adapter, the problem didn't show up. This leads us to believe that it could be a combination of factors like the type of case material, the thickness of the case, or the distance between the phone and the magnets. The magnetic field can disrupt the signals that the S Pen sends to the phone, preventing it from functioning properly. But it's not just Android Central users who encountered this issue. Android Authority also experienced problems when using the Galaxy S25 Ultra with a magnetic case. The stylus wouldn't work correctly when it was directly above the magnets. However, it was fine when the S Pen was used away from the magnets, meaning the issue is likely limited to certain areas of the case. It's worth noting that this problem isn't entirely new. Last year, Galaxy S24 Ultra users faced similar issues with magnetic cases. A lot of people hoped the Galaxy S25 Ultra wouldn't have the same problem, but it looks like it has. Another thing worth mentioning is that the S Pen on the Galaxy S25 Ultra doesn't have Bluetooth support, meaning it lacks features like air actions, which are present in some previous models. Despite this, overall, users seem to be happy with the S Pen experience on Samsung's latest flagship phone. Even though it's not perfect with magnetic cases, the S Pen still works well in most situations, and people are satisfied with the overall functionality. So, if you're planning to get the Galaxy S25 Ultra and love using your S Pen, be cautious about which case you choose. Magnetic cases might look sleek, but they can cause your stylus to malfunction. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have you ever wondered if faster processors in smartphones are really all they're cracked up to be? Sure, they sound great, but what happens when that speed starts making your phone uncomfortably hot to touch? In 2025, smartphones like the Samsung Galaxy S25 are pushing performance to new heights, boasting speeds that are a solid 40% faster than their predecessors. But here's the catch. They're also heating up quite a bit. And while the iPhone 16 doesn't run quite as hot as the previous iPhone 15, it's still got its fair share of overheating complaints. Apple's already thinking ahead, with rumors swirling about a potential new cooling solution for the iPhone 17. High-performance chips are no strangers to consuming a lot of power, which naturally leads to heat generation. But when a phone is so fast that it becomes too hot to handle, it makes you question if we truly reached the peak of smartphone performance. After all, what good is all that speed if you can't even use the device comfortably? Take the iPhone 15 Pro, for example. When overheating problems started to surface, there was talk that Apple might intentionally dial back the phone's performance to solve the issue. Although that didn't quite happen, many iPhone 15 and 16 users still find their devices getting uncomfortably warm. And then there's Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite chip. While it promises blazing speeds, it also has its own overheating issues. Performance often gets throttled, meaning the phone slows down to keep temperatures under control. The bottom line? If your phone is too hot to hold, or if the performance slows down to prevent overheating, then those blazing fast speeds aren't really delivering the experience you expected. What's more, overheating phones can actually damage internal components and reduce battery lifespan. So while companies rush to boost performance, users are left with phones that overheat, drain battery life faster, and may even be at risk of long-term damage. The solution? Innovation in cooling. The Galaxy S25 has improved its cooling system, boasting a 40% larger vapor chamber and tailored thermal interface material (TIM). But from the number of complaints online, it's clear that even this improvement isn't enough to keep the phone cool under heavy use. The pace of innovation in cooling technology has been slow, and with AI and other power-hungry technologies making things worse, smartphone makers need to move away from relying on passive cooling systems. The rise in overheating complaints suggests that these current cooling solutions are quickly becoming outdated. So what's the next step for smartphones? Are they really all about performance now? For most people, smartphones have become rather predictable, fast, sleek, and with impressive cameras. But beyond that, what's really new? AI and foldable phones are trying to push boundaries, but they haven't quite found a solid reason for most people to care. Despite cheaper foldables hitting the market, they still haven't taken off in a big way. Smartphone companies are leaning on performance metrics to market their devices, but how many of us actually need faster speeds for everyday tasks? Smartphones are productivity powerhouses, and they're definitely not gaming rigs. For most users, the speed boost doesn't add enough value to justify the heat, battery drain, and performance throttling that comes with it. Have you ever held off on buying a foldable phone because of that visible crease running down the middle? Samsung might finally have a solution. According to a new leak, the upcoming Galaxy Z Fold 7 could introduce a crease that is almost completely invisible during normal use. If this turns out to be true, it could be the breakthrough that finally convinces more users to switch to foldable devices. The crease issue has been one of the biggest reasons why some consumers hesitate to buy foldable phones. While those who own these devices argue that you get used to it quickly, many potential buyers find it distracting. Even the Galaxy Z Fold 6 Special Edition, which improved upon previous models, still had a noticeable crease. But Samsung seems to have been working hard to eliminate this concern. The Galaxy Z Fold 7 may finally achieve what fans have been hoping for, a truly seamless display experience. So far, most leaks have focused on the Fold 7, but there's very little information about the Galaxy Z Flip 7. It's unclear whether Samsung has made the same improvements to its smaller foldable phone. If the crease-reducing technology applies to both devices, the Z Flip 7 could also see a major upgrade. However, the crease isn't the only exciting change coming to Samsung's foldable lineup. Another big update is the chipset. Samsung has now stabilized its 3nm manufacturing process, which means the new Galaxy Z series could feature the Exynos 2500 processor. This is a major development because Exynos chips have struggled to compete with Qualcomm's Snapdragon processors in the past. If Samsung has truly improved its chip design, this could mark the beginning of Exynos making a strong comeback. But that's not all. Samsung has already made promising progress with its 2nm technology. Early test runs have shown good results, and there is speculation that the Exynos 2600 could be ready in time to power the Galaxy S26 lineup next year. If these advancements go as planned, Samsung could finally close the performance gap between Exynos and Snapdragon chips. This is especially important because the recent Galaxy S25 launch left many users underwhelmed. While the phones offered solid performance, it didn't introduce many major changes over their predecessors. Many users were hoping for significant upgrades, but instead, the S25 lineup felt like a minor refresh. As a result, some fans are looking for something more exciting, and that's where the Galaxy Z Fold 7 could come in. If Samsung has truly solved the crease issue, it could be a game changer. Foldable phones already offer a larger display in a compact form, making them ideal for multitasking and media consumption. But the visible crease has always been a drawback. If the Fold 7 provides a nearly seamless experience, users who were disappointed by the Galaxy S25 might find it worth considering. Beyond the design improvements, Samsung also needs a boost in foldable phone sales. The Z series has always been a niche product, but with competition increasing, Samsung has to make foldables more appealing to mainstream users. A nearly invisible crease along with a powerful new chipset could be the key to making that happen. So would a truly seamless foldable display convince you to try the Galaxy Z Fold 7? Or do you think there are still other challenges that need to be addressed? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video,